Mhm. Hello there. Oops, I am off the camera. Hello. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Let's Talk Turkey. Um, I am here and just wanted to go live tonight. Well, it's Tuesday, so it's my normal stream night. Excuse me, my throat is Mm. um, so, first of all, Let's Talk Turkey. I know that I have said that Let's Talk Turkey was going to be a bi weekly thing, but I have decided that I will be live every Tuesday. It's just simpler for everyone to remember. And so, all my streams going forward, all my shows are going to be weekly, except for the last days of excuse me of each month. So the last Tuesday of each month there will be no Let's Talk Turkey. The last Thursday of each month there will be no Once Upon a Turkey Leg, and the last Sunday of each month there will be no Drumsticks After Dark. So Let's Talk Turkey is a little more of a formal. Oops, I'm bumping things. Let's Talk Turkey is going to be a little more formal, where I actually have a topic, or I have a specific guest that I'll come on to interview or talk about the subject. Oh, hi, Don. Welcome in. Um, so let's talk turkey. Drumsticks After Dark is a little later. It's at 10:30 on Sundays. It's going to be more of a open table, anything goes. I may just send out the link. Um, anybody basically come on. Grab bag of topics. So it's going to be more of a loose in subject, not loose subject matter, but more unplanned, more impromptu as far as the subject matter goes. So the conversation could be about anything, basically, within civilized boundaries. And then, of course, Once Upon a Turkey Leg on Thursdays will still continue to be reading stories. Hi, Tina. Welcome in. And hello to Chuck as well. So with that channel news out of the way, today I want to talk through, and I'll probably come back to this in a few weeks, probably at the beginning of April, to talk about this more, once I have, maybe some time to kind of think through this again. So consider this a part one of the subject matter, and what we're talking about tonight is, um, uh, well, the title of the stream is "Today and Beyond at Disney," specifically Disney World. Um, there's a few things happening out at Disneyland, but that's not really. It's not where I'm at. I'm right here in Florida, so Disney World is really what I'm talking about in terms of, what do we want? What do we tonight? I want to hear from everyone in chat about, um, what would you like to see happen with the parks? If you've been following the Disney World parks for the last, I don't know, handful of years, you know that there's a a bunch of projects that have been in the works that we've been looking forward to. Of course, the COVID delayed a lot of things. Tron being one of them, and Tron is finally opening to the public. Well, those that can get a lightning lane, that is, or a virtual queue, or whatever they're doing. It's coming up here in less than a month on April the 4th. And so that construction seemed to be dragging on for a while. We also Guardians of the Galaxy dragged on a little bit, but that opened already. And other things at Epcot are still coming. Finishing the whole front part of Epcot is still getting finished, and so we still don't have that quite yet. And that's been going on since before the COVID closure. Hey Jennifer, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So anyway, the 2023 is like the year when almost everything is gonna be finished. The one main thing that I can think of in the parks that's actually being done right now, being worked on, is the Splash Mountain overlay, or retheme. Being rethemed to Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and that's going to be, if I remember right, it's going to be late 2024. Hey Dave, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. But here's the thing: Disney just doesn't have really anything huge in the works. They don't have anything, and I'll get to what Tina's comment, which I totally agree with. The other project that they are doing right now is they're building a DVC wing, or a DVC section on in the Polynesian, which is could be a discussion, but the problem with that, not necessarily they're building a new DVC section, but it's the fact that the theming is going to be not as Polynesian-esque, if you will. It's and that story broke sometime last year, where they showed concept art, and it kind of looked more like a what do you call it? Maybe like a whatever generic hotel. A lot of people were saying it just didn't look like the the rest of Polynesian is going to be. So that's the thing. That's another subject that has come up, is that Disney, which I won't really get into here, but they're just kind of, the Imagineers, the designers that Disney has right now aren't what they've had in the past, and so some of the details, the theming, is not to Disney Park. So Tina, yes, stop building more and more hotels and put more money into upkeep and maintenance of the parks. And Jennifer agrees with that. Preventative maintenance definitely is a thing that needs to be a thing. It needs to happen. So yes, I would like to see that happen. But Disney also, Pass Load Repair. Hello, Mike, Val. Hello, how are you guys doing? Great to have you in tonight. So what I want to explore with this stream is just kind of our wish list. If money was basically no problem, if Disney had no space, there was no limit, sorry, if space was not a problem, what attractions would you like to see? Would you like to see a new ride? Would you like to see a new land? Would you like to see a new park? Jennifer, yeah, Jennifer, there's rumors have been flying around about a fifth Disney park. The only problem is that Disney's having trouble staffing right now, staffing the 4 parks and their resorts that they've had. Their 2 water parks. They've not quite there with their levels, and also Disney financially, I don't even think oh, Val wants a land that is all puppies. Now, that I can get behind. That is actually the section that I would like to see come to Animal Kingdom. But let me finish my thoughts on the 5th park. I don't think Disney is ready right now to do a 5th park. As much as we would want Disney to expand, I think that retheming the Animal Kingdom, the Dino Land USA is what I'm talking about, is due for a retheme. They need to retheme Dinosaur to something. They need to do that whole Dino Land USA into something new that will revitalize the park. Ooh, big word, big word. More syllables than I'm used to. Revitalize, word of the day. And they need to bring back turkey legs to Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, because they took those away like 4 or 5 years ago from Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. And you cannot get turkey legs at those 2 parks. So they need to bring the turkey legs back and have turkey legs at all those parks. Noah, welcome in. Just Noah's Adventures. Great to see you tonight. Happy Tuesday. And yes, Past Soldier Pier, that is or Mike. Is this? I think this is Mike in here tonight. The Epic Universe. I'll just highlight this. The Epic Universe is the thing, though. That's, I think, exactly is going to force Disney to do something. And Disney paid a lot of money to for the acquisition of different Fox. They paid a lot for. They acquired other brands, other things over the years, and so but at the same time, with the recent earnings report, apparently they brought in the last quarter, they brought in more money. The parks were like their most very profitable segment of the company. So if the if the parks keep being this profitable, I think hopefully we need to see some things, shoring up the maintenance in the parks, the staffing of the parks, the maintenance and the you know cleanliness in the parks. The recently they at some of the deluxe resorts, I think they were returning to daily room cleaning. So any of those things at the resorts that they're not doing, they really need to. I think they're I think there's just some things that have, that once they closed all down a few years ago, that they're still kind of getting back up. And Jennifer, yeah, I did hear about the governor approved with the stipulation they can never build an airport, and the land is set aside, but no timeline. I did hear about that, and that was actually the first I'd heard about an airport at Disney. But I think, I don't know. I think, and apparently now the airport wouldn't happen, but I think that Disney just needs to be focusing on their as a parks, and now if they had land that was going to be an airport, that could possibly be a fifth park if they can get their act together, and all they need to pay their cast members more. That's been a thing in the news where they were discussing with the meeting with they had meetings with the the unions or whatever you call them. Yeah, I think that's what it is. The unions, about how much they're going to pay their cast, and they do need to pay their cast members a little more than they are. I don't, there's that can be a whole discussion. But let me just get back to supposing they had the money, supposing they had land, supposing, what would you like to see? I've seen a couple of things in here. Val wants a passholder pair. Val wants a land with puppies, which is a great idea to have a section that is dedicated, maybe not just to puppies, but to the cats and dogs of Disney. Noah brings up a great idea, which is an idea I've kind of thought of in the past, is a nostalgia land as a fifth park, and bringing back what they took away. Then they would, rebuilding, be rebuilding, the rides that they did, which might involve, kind of updating them with modern equipment and a modern format, but still keeping the spirit alive. So yes, I would like to see that. I'd like to see them redo the some kind of a underwater thing like they did way back when they had the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea ride. Would be really cool to see. What else have they closed? The Universe of Energy. I think that concept, that idea, that the message works very well. But maybe they have it as kind of not the moving theater concept, but maybe they kind of redo it as a more of the traditional Disney dark ride thing, where they still have the what would be great actually is to combine Indiana Jones with the message of the energy adventure. This is happening in my head real time, this idea. So I don't know if any of you guys agree, but if they kind of use some kind of a story with Indiana Jones, an original Indiana Jones thing where he's something having to do with the environment and the energy, that would be something to explore. But bringing back, the energy adventure. Now, Past Soda Repair brings a good point. The alien encounter. That's another thing. Is Tomorrowland has that space where Alien Encounter was. It became Stitch's Great Escape, and then of course that went away. And so that space there, it needs to be something. I'm thinking maybe a 3D experience, some kind of a thing. There's enough room there to put something. And I don't know what they would be. Some kind of what would be good, since it is Tomorrowland, might be good to explore some kind of a interactive thing for kids. That is some kind of modern, one of the brands. This would be a great opportunity to put something that has to do with one of the brands. I don't know, the Incredibles. Maybe something with the Incredibles can be there in Tomorrowland. Some kind of exhibit or kind of a play area, kind of what you have at the exit of Imagination, which is another thing I would like to see. And I suspect we may get some kind of an announcement in the next year or so about the future of the Imagination ride. I would like to see it updated. I would like to see it revamped, still keeping Figment, because Figment needs to stay forever. But they do need to do something to, here's a big word again, revitalize that pavilion. Noah says bring back Splash Mountain. I would say that. I don't know if, I would agree with that largely. I think that, I think, I'm drawing a whole blank on what I was going to say, but I would definitely echo that sentiment, just because of the whole spirit of what was the motivating factor behind why they're doing this retheme. Not necessarily the retheme, although, and I'll just repeat this, I've said it before, Tiana's not the best IP for Splash Mountain. My idea was to do an original attraction that featured Mickey and Minnie and, the Fab 5 or 6 or 7, or, those guys, Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Pluto, Goofy, the Chipmunks, some of the other, Friends, Mickey and Friends themed, where they have some kind of a wilderness wilderness thing. That would have been a great retheme. But again, if Disney had presented this as not being, um, about, the drama behind the nature of the Splash Mountain content. I'm dancing with the words, but definitely, I think I might have been slightly on board. And Jennifer brings another great thing is that a lot of people have said Tiana is she's a great princess. It was a great movie, and she does deserve her own attraction. She does deserve something. But it's like forcing something where it doesn't quite fit. I'm hopeful that they'll we'll end up with something that's decent, but yeah. And Jennifer also said up here that I totally agree with, about housing costs are the issue in Orlando. Very expensive. If Disney could provide more affordable housing for cast members, it would help. I do agree. There's like all of the new housing developments I see are like starting in the many hundreds of thousands, like 600,000. And I think there's got to be some way to make either build affordable housing or to have some kind of some way to make this more affordable for their cast members, along with a pay raise. What else? Talked about Alien. Yeah, that space in Tomorrowland again, where Alien Encounter was. Noah and Jennifer are talking about the water parks. Yeah, the water parks, they need to reopen those. So while we're trying to dream about what we want to see, Disney has a few things some projects I think that they can come back to and really look at again, over in Epcot, along with revamping Imagination with Figment. They need to just look seriously again at doing Mary Poppins in the UK Pavilion. I know a lot of people are against all of the IP or the characters coming into Epcot, but it's kind of started down that slope. So I think it would be, Mary Poppins would definitely be something to revisit. Disney, are you listening, Disney? Mary Poppins, they need to revisit that whole idea of doing, Cherry Tree Lane there in the UK Pavilion at Epcot. But speaking of Epcot, they do need to look at adding another country. I don't know what country would, be next to build. That would be something to talk about. I know Brazil's been an option. Some of the people have discussed and suggested Greece. But I don't know what country, but I think Epcot, it's due for Epcot to add a country. And while we're still in Epcot, let's talk about Mexico. So if you've been in the Mexico Pavilion, of course, you go into the pyramid, totally cool. Inside, they've got a display that is Coco themed. But you go into the boat ride, and this has been for several years, but it's the Three Caballeros, and it's a fun ride. Okay, it's a fun ride, but they have Disney. They've been um, they've been changing, their countries, bringing in the IP. I think it is high time they revamped the Three Caballeros, and I am drawing a complete blank on that ride. What is that called? The Three Caballeros, Grand Fiesta Tour. And it just happened to have a Epcot map here. So the Grand Fiesta Tour, So, and Noah said there's been rumors. Well, they need to become more than rumors at this point. And Tina says, I don't think employers should be providing housing, and that's a decent point. Gives railroad miners vibes, but I think they should stop building hotels and pay cast the going wage that they do. Then encourage cast to share apartments. College program cast live 6 to an apartment. And that's a good discussion. And the whole thing with the hotels. Okay. There was a news article that just came out in the last couple days that the Star Cruiser, the Galactic Star Cruiser, they're limiting the experience to twice a week, or I forget the exact wording of the article, but they're cutting down the number of times. I'm getting a spinning circle. Okay, did anyone see lag? Because my screen just went blank. Anyway, it shows I'm back. Let me know if it's you getting lag. But anyway, the Star Cruiser, which from the beginning was overpriced. So Disney just needs to okay, just a 0.1 second lag, just a moment. Okay. So anyway, so the cruiser, way overpriced. They just need to, if they're having trouble getting people on board the Halcyon Star Cruiser, which I think is a cool experience, but they need to cut the price at least in half, just to get people on there and see what kind of interest people will have if it's not just so overpriced. It's going to end up going, the way of some of these other things that they've had. They've not, so, Disney's got things that they need to take care of in their house. The mouse's house needs to be needs a revamping overall. So there's all these things, and like I said, I'm going to revisit this. I'm going to use this stream as kind of making a we can talk about this and let me, because we are starting to get up on time, but let me do this segment before we go any further. And welcome in, Jonathan. Happy Tuesday. share, come back here, Dean, add, go to layout. There we go. Welcome. Here, let's do this. Welcome to the segment I call Go the Distance, Finding the Bathrooms in Walt Disney World. You can find that Heroes Place for you. This bathroom is located at the entrance of Magic Kingdom. If you can look over here, here is Magic Kingdom. There's this train station. There is this picture is, I forget where I got this picture, but it's a picture of the early morning. So you can see everyone is waiting to go through the turnstiles. But if you look toward the right is where they have guest services. They have lockers over there. And I'm not sure what else, but over here is a bathroom. And over in that building, there are bathrooms. And this is before you go through the turnstiles. And the reason why you might not know about it is because it is outside of the actual turnstiles before you go under the train station and into Town Square. And here we go. So here's a graphic off of the Disney, My Disney Experience. Here are the bathroom where the bathrooms are located over on this side. Before they are before you go through. So next time you are about to go into Magic Kingdom and you think you might have an urge, remember these bathrooms. According to, now there is a Instagram article, an Instagram account that actually inspired this segment. And it's WDW_bathrooms on Instagram. And they do pictures and kind of highlight all of the bathrooms in Disney. And so I was very interested to find out about these bathrooms. So outside of Magic Kingdom, right here to the right, these bathrooms. So keep that in mind. And next time you go to the Magic Kingdom, you can go the distance. Let me take this out of here. Stop the screen. Hello and welcome, Amy. Happy Tuesday. AJC Magic TV. Welcome, welcome. So let me see. Yeah, this whole, I see Tina and Jennifer having the little back and forth about the housing. That is definitely a thing that is a factor that, I think Disney can definitely address and help with. Oh, thank you, Don. I bathrooms are so important. And it's yes. So hopefully you keep that in mind at Magic Kingdom where that bathroom is. So in the last couple minutes that we have, I do want to kind of explore some things that Disney kind of alluded to back in the fall when they had their D23 Expo, and they announced a lot of little things like the Tiana ride, thing. I think they recapped the Tron opening that was gonna be, in the spring. That of course we've got coming up in the next few weeks here. Previews are already happening. The Hatbox Ghost is coming to the Haunted Mansion at some point. I think that's supposed to be this year. I hope it's this year. It's like one animatronic that they're copying from Disneyland, so hopefully they get that. Hello, Nick. Welcome in, Movie Mania Nick. Jennifer, oops, was happy to discover the tree stumps are phone chargers in the Magic Kingdom. Not to like give away all the secrets so everyone takes all the phone chargers, but where are these tree stumps? That's really cool. This is the first time I'm hearing about tree stumps being phone chargers. Anyway, speaking of phone chargers, kind of a thing, there's going to be a live stream tomorrow. It's going to be generally a pop-up stream, although I might set it up in the morning. But I am going to be heading to Epcot tomorrow, and I will be enjoying the day at Epcot. And I'm planning to be at Epcot and do a live stream sometime in the midday, somewhere between noon and 3, but I'll have to figure out exactly. It'll be based on my, I'm actually heading down to, I have to go and renew my annual pass. That's coming due. So I have to take care of that before I go into the park. So anyway, look for that live stream sometime in the afternoon. And so they're in front of the bathrooms down from It's a Small World, which are what Tina said, the Rapunzel bathrooms, which I will have to highlight on another stream because I love the theming of that area, but it always seems busy, and so I've never actually been in those bathrooms. So turkey legs, yes, there will be a turkey leg. And Dawn will appreciate this, but there might be some Ziploc bags heading down with me to get one to go. But yes, definitely. Thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you, Jonathan. I am going to, I want to check out the topiaries. I want to check out the, the flower and garden, along with the turkey leg. I want to have at least one treat from the festival booths. And I'm going to get the festival passport. And then next Tuesday, we'll actually get, not we, I'm going to be talking about the Flower and Garden Festival at length. I'm going to be looking not only in the official passport, but on some of the news sources that cover all of the news. Yes, Don, I did say Ziploc bags. So, and Richard, Bloom and Cheese, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Amy says, If I'm heading to the All-Star buses, they have a new bathroom area at the bus stop. Ooh, new bathrooms. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. And Jonathan, yes, the Epcot beacon of lights, as much as, even in this stream, there's been a lot of criticism of Disney. I just have to say those lights on Spaceship Earth are like probably the best thing, one of the top 5 things that Disney has done in the last, several years. And yes, I am glad they are keeping those after the 50th is over. But I just love them. They're just incredible. Hopefully I will get a video of the new show tomorrow evening. May or may not stay for Harmonious tomorrow night, but hopefully I'll get some video of that. I know there's been copyright issues, but I want to at least, even if I decide not to post it on YouTube, at least I'll have the video for me, or I might, I'm not sure. I'll have to think about what to do with Harmonious, because this will be my last time going to Epcot before they take it away. And so I do want to at least, if I'm videoing it, I want to at least have the video. But I won't be live for that. So anyway, thank you everyone for coming. If you missed at the beginning of the stream, I was talking about my channel update, that all my streams are now going to be weekly, instead of being all confusing with this one being bi-weekly and the other ones being weekly. I started Drumsticks After Dark on Sunday nights, which is at 10:30 Eastern Time. This is at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And then Once Upon a Turkey Leg is on Thursday at 9 for stories. And so they're all going to be weekly, except for the last days of each month. The last Tuesdays of each month, there will be no Let's Talk Turkey. The last Thursdays of the month, there will be no Once Upon a Turkey Leg. The last Sundays of the month, there will be no Drumsticks After Dark. And so saying it like that, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a full week without Turkey Legster streams. But I'll remind you if you lose track, what days are not going to be a stream. There will be a stream tomorrow, as I said, from Epcot, a special stream during the early afternoon. There will be stream Thursday night and then again Sunday night. So join me for those. Subscribe, put the notification bells on. Richard, really quick. Yes, I just saw that today. The Dole Whips will be in grocery stores nationwide later this year. They're going to have a few of the different flavors. That's very exciting. I did see that. Yes, the Hitchhiking Bones are going live in about 10-ish minutes. So head over there. Tell Dawn I said gobble, gobble. If you would, please. And yes, so everyone, have a gobble-tastic night. Take care. I will see you next time on the next stream that I do. And with that, remember, I don't know. Have a great night. I had a Dory moment right there.